Hi, second graders. This is lesson 2, America in 1812, part 2, grade 2, knowledge 5, the War of 1812. Let's learn. What are our learning goals? I can recall some of the causes of the War of 1812. I can identify more causes of the War of 1812 explained in American in 1812, part 2. I can demonstrate an understanding of the word patience. I can prepare a persuasive speech with a small group of classmates. Of course, today you will be preparing a speech alone. Let's explore. What have we learned about the Revolutionary War? In this picture, you see the colonists and the colonies. What did we learn from our last read aloud? This image shows the Constitutional Convention. Do you remember what you learned from the read aloud about the Constitutional Convention? Now we have an image of the Constitution. Do you remember what you learned about the Constitution? Remember, it starts with "We the People." Here we have a map of America in 1805. Do you remember what you learned about in the last read aloud about this map, which shows the Louisiana Territory and how the 13 colonies were expanding west? Here we have England and France fighting. This picture shows a busy American port, and this picture shows a map of trading routes. Here we show impressment of sailors by the British Navy. A naval ship, USS President. Remember that America fought Great Britain for independence in the Revolutionary War. After the Revolutionary War, the United States grew in size and wealth. Under Thomas Jefferson, the third president, the country purchased the Louisiana Territory, doubling the size of the United States. You will use this activity page to keep track of the causes of War of 1812. What did the French and the British do to U.S. ports in the years leading up to the War of 1812 while they were fighting with each other? Did you say blockaded important U.S. ports? If so, you are correct. I want you to write blockade on line 1. That's BLOCKADE on line number 1. What was the method the British used to get more sailors for their navy? Did you say impressment? They impressed or captured them. So you're going to write impressment on line 2 next to one of the points on the hexagon of activity page 2.1. IMPRESSMENT. Remember that the British also seized or took U.S. ships. What was those ships that the British took? If you said cargo, you are correct. So far, we should have blockade on line 1, impressment on line 2, and cargo on line 3. It should be over there. Name the war fought between France and Great Britain at this time. If you said Napoleonic Wars, you are correct. Okay, so we will save this page because we will come back to it in another lesson. Have you ever had two friends who were upset with each other? How did you feel? Whose side did you take? How do you think the United States felt in the early 1800s when France and Great Britain were at war? If you think the United States will support Great Britain, give a thumbs up. If you think the United States will support France, give a thumbs down. If you think the United States won't take the side of either Great Britain or France, just hold your hand flat. Think about the reason that you made why you made your choice. What is a treaty? When George Washington was president of the United States, he coordinated an agreement between the United States and Great Britain. The British promised not to do anything to bother U.S. ships and interfere in their trade business. The agreement was signed by both countries. An official agreement like this, signed by two countries, is called a treaty. Okay, let's read America in 1812, Part 2. While you're reading this text, you're going to listen carefully to find out what other events led up to the War of 1812. This video will stop. Make sure you click the arrow going right to go to the next video.